Guys, I want us to talk about our two Ghanaian players who play for Barca Athletic. Yes, Barcelona, Aziz Issah and also David Oduro. I'm going to give you latest update concerning these two players. We're also going to take a look at what the Leicester City coach, Martin Cifuentes, had to say about abdul Fatawu Issahaku's absence from the Black Star squad in the FIFA 2026 World Cup qualifiers against Chad and Mali. You're also going to talk about Kwasi Sibo, Inaki Williams, Caleb Yerenchi, amongst many others. But before we jump into it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and also turn on notification. My name is Adam. You're watching SportsCornerGH. Quickly, let's jump into it. And I want to begin with a birthday shout-outs to Grime King. Happy belated birthday. Thank you for supporting SportsCornerGH. Enjoy your day to the fullest, Grime King. So guys, quickly, let's jump into it and talk about our two Ghanaian players who play for Barcelona, their junior side called Barca Athletic. Now, Barca Athletic played their first game of the season against UD Poreres and won that game by 2-0. Now, two Ghanaian players who featured in that game really impressed. Aziz Issah and also David Oduro. Now, these two players play for Barca Athletic with the hope that in the future or someday, they can penetrate to the first team. We have seen players from the Academy of Barcelona come through the ranks and play for the first team. Lami Yamal, Paul Kubasi, Baudi, the list goes on. So these players are also with the hopes that one day they can play for the first team. And they have started on a right note this season. Now, I want to begin with Abdul Aziz Issah. Now, Abdul Aziz Issah, on his first loan stint, he played under a coach called Albert Sanchez and played 2 games, accumulating 27 game minutes. A lot of us complained. We were like, why? Why will you sign one of Ghana's most promising forwards, send him to your club and not develop him? After the loan came to an end, Barcelona decided initially not to renew it. Even at the point, Barcelona were even trying to, help or step in to help the boy in his future, endeavors. A lot of us complained. We were like, no, we're not happy about how Barcelona really treated Abdul Aziz Issah. And then Barcelona decided to do a U-turn and take the player on loan again. And this time around, he's getting regular game time. Under the new coach, Giuliano Belletti, he has played 34 minutes in his first game, which is excellent. Now, the game against Poreres, he came in the 56th minute and played a total of 34 minutes, which for me is good, which is more than what he played last season. So I'm happy that now he's getting regular game time. It's just a matter of consistency. He should play very well, and who knows, we could see him in the first team. Same for Lami, same for Paul Kubasi. It is possible for Abdul Aziz Issah. But I also want to talk about David Oduro, who also featured in the same game for Barca Athletic. He played the full 90 minutes. I'm going to say this. The national team, one position where we have a huge question mark is the left-back position. And this player is a left-back. Very, very good player. And he has been signed by Barcelona permanently. Last season, he played a couple of games, but this season, he is starting on a stronger note. Playing a full 90 minutes in the first game for Barca Athletic is a huge statement. So for me, these two players have started on the right note, showcasing what they can do. It's just a matter of time. If they can be consistent with their performance, stay fit, listen to the coaches, and develop very well, who knows, one day they could play for the Barca senior team. But then, guys, this is the update concerning our two Ghanaian players who play for Barca Athletic, Abdul Aziz Issah and also David Oduro. Let me know your thoughts about it down below in the comments. Now, let's move away from these two players and talk about Kwasi Sibo. After the game against Mali, he played very well. Everybody was, excited and impressed with his performance. But that very night, he left Ghana to Spain to go and continue with his club side, Real Oviedo. I have video of his safe arrival in Spain. Guys, let's check this out.
¿Qué pasa, hombre?
¿Cómo va, bro?
¿Qué pasa?
¿Todo bien?
Sí, todo bien, todo
¿Contento?
bien. Sí, muy contento.
¿Eh?
Sí, sí, muchísimo contento. Sí, ahora, sí, yo estoy aquí, vamos a trabajo y vamos a por ellos sábado, ¿sabes?
¿Qué tal la experiencia?
Sí, bro, increíble. Muy orgullo de mi país, muy orgullo de mi familia y a mí también. Y estoy contento, estoy muy feliz y nada más. Gracias a Dios.
So guys, you have seen the video and I want to ask a question. If you were Addo, would you give Kwasi Sibo another call-up? Let me know your answers down below in the comments. Has it done enough to earn another call-up to the national team? Now, after the game, he went to his IG to thank every single Ghanaian. And guys, this is what he said. I want to read it out very quickly. He says that an unforgettable day. All glory belongs to Yahweh. There are no words to describe what I've experienced these past few days. Thank you to each and every one of you who has brought me here. I hope this is the beginning of a wonderful adventure. I am proud and grateful for the World Cup I have received from my teammates and my country. It is the best gift possible. Debut, victory, and one step closer to the World Cup. This is what he wrote on his IG. Kwasi Sibo, you did very well in your first game. But my advice to you is maintaining that high standard, the consistency. We don't want a situation where you earn another call-up and your performance drops because Ghanaians, we are going to talk about it. But I see that first game, it was excellent. You have set the tone. We want you to continue. But then guys, this is the latest update concerning Kwasi Sibo. Now, let's move away from that and talk about Abdul Fatawu Issahaku. Now, Fatawu Issahaku was not part of Ghana's squad that played in the World Cup 2026 qualifiers. A lot of people asked, where is Fatawu? Why is Fatawu not part of the squad? And we got explanation from the GFE stating that they had already communicated with Leicester City concerning Fatawu Issahaku, with the fact that he just returned from injury. The pitch on which we are going to play against Chad was an AstroTurf, and they wanted to let him sit out this one just to help him recover properly. But so far, he has started on a right note for Leicester City in the championship, scoring spectacular goals. But then the coach of Leicester City, Matisse Fuentes, had this to say about Abdul Fatawu Issahaku's absence for the Black Stars in this particular FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Now, this is what he said, and I read. He says that we are trying to protect Abdul Fatawu Issahaku. This break would have been very good for his recovery. He has gotten better in training and on the pitch since I have arrived. He will be in optimal condition. This is coming from the coach saying that this particular break is to protect Abdul Fatawu Issahaku. If you look at what Matisse Fuentes is doing at Leicester City, Abdul Fatawu Issahaku is in the center of it, and he does not want one of his key players getting injured. So I kind of understand, and I like the fact that he was protected because he's just returning from injury. You don't want a situation where, you know, he'll come and play and then he gets injured again. Even in their last game, when he played for Leicester City and scored a goal, he was substituted out because of an injury scare. You understand my point? So this is a way of Leicester City and also Ghana protecting Abdul Fatawu Issahaku. I believe that if there is any chance, when he's fit, the next call-up, which is next month, where we are going to play the last two games in the FIFA 2026 World Cup qualifiers, he will definitely be part of the squad because he's that guy that lights up the mood every single time. But then, guys, this is the update that has to do with Abdul Fatawu Issahaku. Now, let's move away from that and talk about some good news. Some good news. Now, I want to talk about Caleb Yerechi, who plays the right back for Ghana. Good player by our standard. And I'm happy to be part of, you know, the people who have projected him a lot so he can, you know, be in the national team and also start games for the national team. Now, the good news concerning this player is that Caleb Yerechi has been named in August Team of the Month in Denmark. Let's not forget, he plays for Nordsjælland and plays as a midfielder. Now, second update concerning Caleb Yerechi. Caleb Yerechi has been named in top 10 best under 20 defensive midfielders outside Europe's top 5 league, which is good. Top 10 defensive midfielders outside Europe's top 5 league. Caleb Yerechi is part of that list. That shows you the kind of player we have. Very young, and he could be very useful to Ghana in the future to come. But then, guys, this is the update that has to do with Caleb Yerechi. Now, he's not the only one getting all these accolades. There is another player I really want to talk about very quickly. Prince Amwaku Jr., who plays for Nordsjælland. and also Douglas Owusu. Now, these two players have also been named in the top 10 list of best under-20 forwards plying their trade outside Europe's top 5 league. Now, Prince Amoako Jr. plays for FC Northern and made a video some time ago stating that this player just left a right to dream, signed for Northern, and he's performing very well. Like, he's hitting things, quickly. And I like that. And I believe that in the future, this guy, he is going to be something else. Prince Amoako Jr. Also, Douglas Owusu, who plays for Radnik. Now, this player is also an excellent player. And I'm happy that these two Ghanaian players are part of the list of best under-20 forwards playing that trade outside Euro's top 5 league. It's just a matter before they start penetrating into Euro's top 5 league, either EPL, the Bundesliga, the French Liga, the Spanish La Liga, you name it. But then, guys, this is the update that has to do with these players. Now, let's talk about Inaki Williams. Let me tell you this. In football, racism cannot stop. That is the reality of it. But then it can be managed. It can be curbed. Now, listen to this. This is an official statement. Espanyol fan sentenced to a 1 year in prison for racist abuse on Inaki Williams. He has admitted his action in exchange for a reduced sentence that also includes a 1,080 euro fine and a stadium ban for the next 2 years. Guys, this is a punishment to a racist who racially abused Inaki Williams, an Espanyol fan. And this was what Semenyo was saying, that stiffer punishments should be given to people who do that. Stiffer punishments to be given to those who continue to racially abuse players on the pitch. And this is an example of it. Yes, an Espanyol fan sentenced to a 1 year in prison for racist abuse at Inaki Williams. He has admitted his action in exchange for a reduced sentence that also includes a 1,080 euros fine and a stadium ban for the next 2 years. So guys, that is the update that has to do with Inaki Kweku Williams. Now let's move away from that and let's talk about what has been, been trending in Ghana. A lot of people are talking about Otto, and even the sports minister, minister who handles sports and recreation here in the country, Honorable Edie Kofi Adams. And he says that, look, he's not impressed with Otto at all. If he's trying to be realistic, and a lot of people are picking a lot of things out of it, that are they trying to sack Otto? This, that. Guys, you see, I'm talking too much. Watch the video.
We are interested in what the coach does, his performance and everything. We are interested.
Are you impressed
with what you've seen so far?
You've seen so far of the coach?
Well,
as a ministry, not personally as a minister.
Let me tell you that there are national teams that today, after game 8, are very comfortable that they are going to the World Cup. As I sit here, very soon AFCON will start in Morocco. Is Ghana going to be there? No.
We watch
we watch on TV.
Yeah, you and I.
We have not qualified for the World Cup yet. We still need a win and a minimum draw to comfortably say that as far as our group is concerned, nobody can upstage or overtake us. Even if they score 1,000 goals, even if they score 1,000 goals. So we are not sitting in a comfortable space at all. So if I tell you that I am impressed, then it means that I don't know my job. I am not. There's a lot of room for improvement. And when you meet the coach himself, he tells you that he feels he got this one, not his. He takes blame for this. He takes blame for that. He's identified this. But well, people may ask, for how long will you continue to be doing post
factor rationalization?
For how long? Because you sometimes sit on tenterhooks.
Yeah.
The last game like this,
Charlie?
It was hot for you.
It was very hot.
Couldn't sleep.
I have to be getting up. I got up like 3 times.
I
got up like 3 times.
You've indicated to us, since you are major employer of the coach, and your satisfaction or otherwise of the coach's performance is key, are there opportunities for you to reach out to the FA and say, I am interested in a change? Is that something the FA considers, or is that something that is within your purview,
as
or
minister,
it is the FA that rather has to make that call?
Thank you.
For you?
No, it's open. It's both way.
Okay.
It's both way. The FA can call. You can also engage the FA
Correct.
and initiate a conversation around that. Except that at the end of the day, it's always good for all of you to move along. So the FA should be able to convince the ministry why a change. The ministry should be able to convince the FA why the change, so that we are moving together. Because in matters like this, if you don't handle it well, it can become negative.
But as the ministry have independent technical assessors of the coach's performance, because Godfrey was asking, the FA, of course, they have their things, but I'm sure they are directors from the ministry
yes,
who are technical. Can they come and say, based on our report, we think we need a different type of coach?
Well, what it is that the ministry do not have a standing technical assessors.
Okay.
We do not have that. But we do have people that, for example, as a minister, you depend on, you rely on to be able to help you in telling you what they think is not good as far as the entire team is concerned, not just the coach.
Yes.
Sometimes they even tell you, the playing body, that they feel that we must hunt for maybe more of
More
what
players.
these wingers,
Type of players.
or more of strikers, or more of this. So that is why you have some wondering. For example, there are some who have questioned why the general captain, or what is his the general captain, Andre, who was one of the top scorers, was left out of the team at the time. You are weak when it comes to converting balls into goals. So you have people who assess and give you that information, so that it will enable you to also be able to engage the FA.
So guys, you have heard from the sports minister. Let me know what you think about it down below in the comments. I'm going to end this video with a question. Do you think Addo should be sacked? Do you think he should be sacked after he qualifies Ghana to the World Cup? Because I see that conversation a lot. People are saying that immediately Ghana qualifies for the World Cup, we should change a coach. We should bring in a coach who can handle business at the World Cup. Addo is not a good coach, a lot of things. But I'm asking once more, do you think Addo should be sacked? I know this must come out like controversial a bit, but my opinion on this is Addo has really gone through a lot in this particular World Cup qualifiers. We wouldn't have been where we are if not for Addo in the World Cup qualifiers. If you take a look at our standing currently, I know maybe we should be qualifying by now, but then all at the same time, it's not all that bad, because we top our group with a 3-point gap between us and also Madagascar. I believe he has worked for this qualification. He should continue his job to the World Cup. As I said, it's going to be controversial. But if you bring in a new coach, he's not going to implement his system. He's not going to make sure he gets his core team. What makes you think he's going to, bring or use the same Addo's core team? Addo has been building this team for a very long time. And you have players that have featured in the previous World Cup still in the squad. That's almost like the core team. You understand? Sometimes let's be, like asking, let's think ahead of time with the team. If after the World Cup you want to support Addo, that's fine. But let him complete what he has already started. That is based on my opinion. But let me hear from you. Because Addo, I know he's not good, but I understand that fact. But, you don't expect someone to work for someone to come and chop. He has played new qualifiers. The World Cup, you are bringing a new coach, new philosophy, new plan, who definitely is going to cause some players that, is a whole lot. You understand? So, guys, this is my own thought on it. Let me know yours down below in the comments. Thanks for joining me. My name is Adam. I'll make sure to see you in the next one. Charlie, we go vibe.